of us, have this basic question: why did he cheat on me? Do I have a problem? Is it that this is my fate, that every man or woman I date will end up hurting me? Whenever you place your trust in a human being, you're already in a dangerous space. Why? As human beings, we are all faulty. It doesn't matter the level of knowledge, it doesn't matter the level of spirituality. Life is so intelligent, and I want to say this: there is never ever a coincidence in our path. I don't believe in coincidence as a counselor. I don't believe in coincidence as someone who knows that, in the Bible, and I say this, even if you're not religious, but I believe there's a way life happens according to a plan that comes from, can I say, a master plan? There's someone who I believe makes life just happens from the creation. I mean, you being born, you meeting the people that you have met as friends, you being birthed by these parents. I never believe in coincidences. I believe there's one who has the master plan, and I call him God. But it is so interesting that as we move on in the journey of life, we meet people who end up betraying us, people who take information and turn it around to attack us, people who we learn to trust in spaces of intimacy that we share our life with, and then somewhere along the way they become the Judas Iscariot. They are the ones who come and attack us. Basically what happens is that there's a shift from what we call that friend to the enemy. My name is Venus Chengo, the counseling psychologist at the Mind Spa, and I'm all about changing your mindset. Today I'm going to be talking about infidelity, because I've realized a lot of us are walking as empty shells, skeletons. We have trust issues. Some of us have been thriving in spaces of fear just because someone somewhere did something that you never expected. And as you're doing life, you're either holding to a lot of unforgiveness, you have acquired a perception of that is very, very negative, because some of the things I hear people say is that I will never love again, I will never trust a man, I will never trust a woman again, and basically this is a result of the experiences in life that have shaped us to begin looking at life very differently. Now, a lot of us, have this basic question: why did he cheat on me? Do I have a problem? Is it that this is my fate, that every man or woman I date will end up hurting me? Whenever you place your trust in a human being, you're already in a dangerous space. Why? As human beings, we are all faulty. It doesn't matter the level of knowledge, it doesn't matter the level of spirituality. The last time I checked my Bible, I do know that the only person who is perfect is God. Only God. So it means when we are dealing one to another, there's a lot more that brings so many imperfections that if you could only understand this, you'd be very rooted in kind of like directing your life towards the right space. Now, let me break this down. As a human beings, we are shaped by so many things. There's the environment that we grew up in. There's the parents who made us, because it is an issue of a sperm and an ova coming together, forming this human being that is incubated for 9 months and is brought to this physical realm called Earth. So these two people who come in and they create you, has it ever, hit you to reflect about their character? Because you're carrying a lot of who they are, who they were as human beings in you. So basically, we are having two people with very different temperaments coming in together to create you, who now becomes a product of the two. So your genetic component, your temperament, your personality, what we bring in terms of your behavior is a result of other people. But then when you're born, we say basically as scientists that you're born on a clean slate, a paper that has no spot on it. Okay? And then this world shapes you. And the shaping does not just stop. It starts at birth. But you're always on a continuous journey of learning, unlearning, and relearning. Your experiences make what we call belief systems, okay? Which are basically statements that you abide by based on what you experience. Now, today, because I'm talking about infidelity, let me just bring up one belief system that a lot of us who have been hurt before might be carrying in our mindsets and making our behavior be a result of this belief system. If you have ever dealt with someone who is a chronic, what I call cheater, someone who goes behind your back and has numerous experiences of intimacy with other people in other spaces, I'm sure one of the things that you basically are carrying in your mind, in your mindset, is that if it's men, men are cheats. If it's women, women are cheats. Or you just want to live your life, like you will never trust anyone again. Now, let me break one of the things that you need to understand so that it can help you to move along, to navigate life very easily. And the first question that anyone who'd come in seeking for therapeutic help would ask is, why did he cheat? Why did she cheat? Does it mean that I have a problem? Now, most of the time, it is not you who's on the receiving end who has a problem. Most of the time, people who cheat in relationships have their own problem. Okay? And if you listen to my presentation on temperaments, which I would highly advocate that you listen to, you will realize that there are certain temperaments that are more predisposed to infidelity than others. Why? This kind of temperaments love being loved extra, love being appreciated extra, so that if they do not get it from you as a spouse, they will go looking for it elsewhere. So if you're listening to me today and you're wondering, is it that I am the one who has a problem because I've experienced this over and over again? Or what could be the problem because I end up having partners who are always cheating on me? It could be two things: that you basically are more predisposed or more prone to loving people who have the same temperament, and that is a temperament that goes looking out for affirmation, for extra love, for extra affirmation from out there. Okay? Or could be also that there's something you're not doing right in the relationship. And this is where we basically come in. When you come in for therapy, we help you understand what could be this one thing that has made you have that consistent trait in your relationships. Guys, counseling does work. And counseling is more of a personal decision. If you're ever looking for help, don't do it because of your partner. Do it because you want to understand yourself deeply. You want to stabilize your mental and your emotional health. And basically, you want to invest in the generation that is coming, and that is your children or the people that you're going to be mentoring. Don't ever go into a session because you want to change the other person. It takes the willpower of the other person, the willingness, the commitment to be able to change their own personal space. So whenever you're going in for a session because you're going through infidelity issues, go in there to help yourself. The other person will change when they see you change. So don't make it a manipulative tool. It is you to start the journey. Once again, this is Venus Chengo from the Mind Spa. If this is your kind of content, please support by subscribing so that you can be getting future notification about what we do best, aligning your mentality to the right spaces. God bless.